Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition.
Yo, G, you going crazy.
Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition.
Yeah, OG, you going crazy.
Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live. Tonight we going live with broken tradition. Tonight we going live.
My bad. If you guys can hear me and see me, let me know in the comments, because I definitely disconnected my internet for a second. We're gonna get straight into this. I have my guest in the green room. Hold on, all right, thank you, Cora. I gotta set my headphones up. Give me 1 second, Dr. Bobby Price. Give me 1 second. Okay, all right, that's what I needed to do. I was doing the most. All right, so let's get this started.
So I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit.
My bad. That was not supposed to come up. Hold on. All right, we good?
Super good, man.
What's going on, brother?
Man, just another day on the farm, man.
I ain't get no questions yet in the comments. I told people to start putting questions in the comments, but I didn't get no questions yet. But hopefully the questions start coming along while we discuss some things.
Okay, cool.
All right. I am definitely discombobulated. Let me get my notes together too, because I took some notes today too.
Okay, cool, man. Yeah, we're free form, freestyle.
All right.
The conversation come organically. It doesn't matter, man.
Yeah, it got to be organic.
It's
Can't
all
be
about
fake.
providing impact and information, man. So
yeah. So I got your website pinned. All right. Somebody asked, what kind of doctor is he?
Okay, cool. So I'm a doctor of pharmacy, which means I'm a pharmacist. In particular, I practice as a clinical pharmacist in a hospital. I also work for the FDA, and I also worked in a hospital in Japan for about 4 years. So that's my background as a doctor.
And how was Japan for you? I got your book. I read the book, and it's funny because you put it on your Instagram. Did you purchase the book? And I clicked yes, and I got an X over it. And I'm like, why did that happen for? But but I got the book, and I did read that part about about you being in Japan. How was that for you?
Man, I loved it. It's still to this day one of my favorite places in the world, and I don't say that loosely, man. I traveled to 78 countries so far.
Damn.
And I lived there for about 4 years in Okinawa, Japan, which is really different from mainland Japan because Okinawa is an island that is actually about 1,000 miles south of Japan. So
Mm.
in terms of where it lays, longitude, latitude is almost like the equivalent of being in Miami. So it's like
Oh
a
wow.
tropical climate. So the island is beautiful. The beaches are beautiful. The people are very peaceful and nice. So I really enjoyed my experience there.
That's good. That's good. What made you step away from doing like I guess the traditional medicine and stuff like that? Because you know a lot of people go through the whole process of becoming a doctor, then after that they just go with the pills. They go with whatever they told to go with. But you stepped
Yeah.
away from that. What made you step away from that?
Well, what happened was, so I graduated and I got a lot of success very early.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, I came out of school. I was a manager already. First day of practicing, I was a manager. And then 2 years later, I was the executive director of a 21 clinic physician practice,
Mm.
their pharmacy. And then a year later, I was, nominated to be I was the most innovative pharmacist in my state. So I had a lot of success very early. But the only issue was that my health was declining. I got diagnosed with high blood pressure when I was like 16.
Mm.
And it was despite the fact that I was an athlete. I only had about 5% body fat. I was super fit, but I had high blood pressure. And so
Damn.
I lived with high blood pressure for over a decade.
Damn.
And, after I graduate, I'm working all these hours. I'm putting on the pounds. I'm feeling the unhealthiness now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so out of desperation, I tried this, I tried that, this meal delivery system, this P90X, none of that stuff worked. Out of
Mm-hmm.
desperation, I said, you know what, I'll try a plant-based diet, see if that works. Maybe I'll lose a couple of pounds, maybe it'll help with my blood pressure. And in 21 days, I lost about 21 pounds.
Yeah, that's good.
And um, I was like, damn, like I couldn't believe it because I did all of this stuff. I mean, I was working out 4 or 5 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
None of that worked. None of those expensive delivery meals worked. None of that. And then all of a sudden I go plant-based and,
So,
I lose
so,
21 pounds.
so let me ask you:
And
when you went plant based, did you do like all plant based, or did you eat like mock meats, like hamburgers, Impossible
that's a
burgers,
good
and stuff
question.
like that?
Well, the cool thing is like I went plant-based like over a decade ago. So none of
Oh,
that
before it was
existed.
cool.
There was no
Yeah.
Beyond Burger, Impossible Burger, none of that.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing was, I don't know if I knew it in the beginning, but I didn't eat any kind of soy or anything like that. Like I don't remember being familiar with Dr. Sabi at the beginning of my journey,
Right.
but I don't know what it was I had read that was like, don't eat soy either. So I didn't eat soy
Yeah.
either. And so, no, at the beginning of my journey, I eat plants. Like,
Wow. I wish I
so
had
I
that
was,
experience because I was eating all the bad shit. Like I was eating all that like fake bologna, everything I was eating. I was like, what am I doing? I don't know. It was bad. It was pretty bad, and I was like,
yeah,
it was hard to
most people,
shake
I
too.
said like this eras, like if you
Yeah.
went plant-based during the era of what the health,
Yeah.
most likely you've been eating Beyond Burger and Impossible Burger.
I definitely did. No, I went vegan before, well, plant based because I do still like kind of wear leather and stuff like that, so I can't really sound vegan. But I did go plant based a little bit before What the Health. I did it when I came back from Puerto Rico, and I
Okay,
tasted the difference in the foods. I'm like, wait a minute, this not right. Something ain't right when I was eating meat when I came back to the States. So 8 years now I've been not eating meat, but then after that,
gotcha.
2 years after that, I became plant based.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
All right.
so that was a little steps of process, but I'm glad I did the change. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I like getting carded when I go places. People tell me I look like I'm, 22 and I'm about to be 40 next year. So I like that. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
be with my son. I tell my son, like, oh, they think we brothers. I like that. So I got another
Age of
question. What
habits.
they said, what do you eat now?
What do I eat now?
Yeah. Like as far
It depends on the day, and it also depends on what my goals are. Because like right now, I'm getting prepared for the summer. I'm going to be spending a lot of time on the beach. doing a lot of athletic stuff. I like scuba diving, etc. So I'm preparing myself for the summer to be fit. And so typically how I eat before those goals is, I fast. I do intermittent fasting. So I typically don't eat until around about 1 or 2.
Okay. And what time do you
Okay.
stop?
So, huh?
What time do you stop? Like,
So
stop
I
eating?
stop at 7, like 7:30. I usually
Okay.
is my last meal.
Okay.
And
And
then
like,
I eat
how many meals you do on days like that?
1 or 2.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so like I don't suggest that for people. It just works for me because like a lot of times when people meet me, they think I'm like a small guy, and then they meet me, they're like, "Oh shit, you kind of tall." And
Yeah,
so like
you're like what, like 6'2", six
yeah, I'm
feet?
like 6'2", 220 pounds. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
a lot of people think I'm like small. I don't know why, but I
No,
tell people like
it's a lot of
despite
small
that,
people in Atlanta. That's why probably.
yeah. So like you know, I eat this way because it works for me, and I'm not even trying to do it anymore. It's just the way I've been eating for so long.
That's what I'm trying to get to.
Because
That's my goal, to get to
yeah,
that,
so
because I could do the detox and cleanse. The next thing you know, I'm like, here I go again. I study vegan. You know what I'm saying? Then
yeah.
after that, it's just downhill. But I got another question here too in the comments. Can we eat Beyond Burgers or crumbles on the detox, or is that forbidden?
Now don't eat that on the detox, and let me explain why. Because despite the fact that the front of the label says plant based, if you turn the label on its back and look at the ingredients, it is not plant-based at all.
Mm-mm.
And I'm not going to tell you what's in it, but like when you buy it next time, don't look at the front because the front is a front. Like it's all hype. I'm not I'm not
Basically.
lying to you. Like it's all hype on the front. But if you look at that back and you look at them ingredients, and what's important, I teach people this, like when I'm working with them, like the first ingredient is has the highest constitution of that product. So if the first
Mm,
ingredient is oil, canola oil, and you'll see like oil in the first few ingredients, that means that that's mostly what it's made of.
right.
Okay. And so that means you're mostly eating oil. And then, so it's really important for people to know and understand that, like when they're making the choices. And so the detox is about you cleansing and detoxifying the body. These are the kind of things that are going to clog the body. And so you don't want to be eating those during the detox.
Uh-oh. I just got this comment. Let me see right quick. The guy I'm dating is not vegan. However, he's open to trying the lifestyle, but it's hard finding someone who's vegan. I mean, I'm taken. I'm sorry, but
Yeah, Tia. Yeah,
yeah,
Tia. I'll be honest with you. Like, it's a very difficult thing, especially in a dating pool where it's already sort of you're trying to find good people, and it seems like in a cesspool.
yeah,
And so then you finally find somebody good, but then they don't have the lifestyle to match. And I understand the hurdle that is because like it's very difficult to, eat the way we do and understand like see, I'm a very caring person, like I'm a Virgo, so I take care of a lot of people, okay? And so I know if I take this person on in my life,
hmm
knowing what I know about health and food and etc., like if they have the eating habits that they do, like at some point, I'm gonna have to take care of them,
yeah,
not like go out on a date. Like take care of them having lupus, take care of them having high blood pressure,
hmm
and so that's the thing that makes it very difficult. So what I always tell people is you really have to get aligned with yourself because when you get really aligned with yourself, the energy that you put out in the world, you'll start to attract people
yep,
who are aligned with you. And I know that's a very difficult thing to accept, but that's one of the things I had to accept to change how I manifest, to change how I attract. Because at the same token, while I'm attracting people, I also want to be repelling people too, like the
Yeah,
people I don't want in my life. And so when you're aligned, you do that. Attract the people you want and you repel the people you don't want. So, just make sure like you get very aligned and you create some standards for yourself. And I understand that when I meet people, they may not be in the position or where I would like them to be in
hmm
terms of their lifestyle. But I also understand that if you meet intelligent people and provide them with good information and you show them a different way of a lifestyle by living that lifestyle, smart people say to themselves, like, you know what? I had these ideals before, but like, I like the way you live. I like the way you look. I like the way you feel. And as
yeah,
a result, I want to change my lifestyle so you can have that same experience with me.
yep. Great answer, yo. Great answer. Got some more questions over here. Uh, my man Keith said I'm about to make a vegan bachelors group because too many vegan women said they have a hard time finding a vegan man. So, yeah, you hear it a lot. You do hear it a lot.
That's
How
true. That's
often
true.
are you cooking? Do you eat out anywhere? And what's your go-to quick meal?
Okay, so I cook a lot. And that happened when I moved to Japan, and I had no I like. First of all, when I first got there, I couldn't read the menu, so I had no idea what I was eating, and I was plant based before I moved to Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So when I first got there, I was like, "Damn, I got to cook all my food." So I learned really how to cook when I was in Japan, and so the other thing is that do I eat out a lot? No, I don't. I would say what I try to do is cook most of my meals, and when I can't cook my meal, what I'll do is make sure I get it from a good quality restaurant. So I try to I go to like 5 different restaurants,
I'm getting
uh,
there. I'm the same way now. I like,
and I kind of like rotate them. Um,
yeah,
and I say that going back to like what the last person just asked is like,
yeah,
like you gotta have standards for your food, and it's gotta be beyond what it tastes and look like. And so for me, like I've just decided to do that. Like, I don't have 20 restaurants I can go to because 20 restaurants don't make something I would eat.
yeah.
And so I go with the ones that have the quality and the standards that I have. So I do eat out, but most of the time I try to make my own food. I eat a lot of fruit. I'm a co-owner of a fruit company, so
Yeah, I've
I eat
been
a lot
seeing
of
those
fruit.
posts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to that. And also shout out to my boy Keith in the super chat. I don't know why it didn't pop up in my little widget. But he said Black Vegans Unite. So I got $3 super chat for that. I got another question over here from Patrice Roberts. What do you suggest I eat after lifting weights on a plant-based diet? I noticed that I'm extremely hungry on days I lift.
Yep. And you're going to be extremely hungry. And if you're lifting, it's important to know that you actually do need more amino acids. I was going to say protein, but what you need is more amino acids.
Yeah,
And you
that's
can
key.
just call it protein, but essentially what you need is amino acids. So, especially if you're lifting weights. So, after a workout, I typically will have a smoothie that will have a lot of hemp seed in it. And the reason why I get a smoothie that has hemp seed in it already, either hemp seed or hemp seed milk or both, is because hemp seed is a complete protein. And what that means is our body will make 12 amino acids. We need to get 9 from our diet. Okay.
Mm.
And hemp seed actually has all 9 of them. So that's what makes it a complete protein for us. So when I'm working out, I typically like to have a smoothie after and I add some hemp seed in it. I eat things that are high in protein as well, like quinoa, chickpeas, things of that nature. So, yes, after a workout, you're going to be hungry because your muscles need to be fed because you've broken them down.
Yeah.
Okay. And so after a workout, you just need to be prepared to sort of be ready to feed yourself
All
afterwards.
right, now I got a question for my personal life. So I work out in the morning. I go to the gym like 5:36 in the morning. So when I'm doing like right now, I'm doing the cleanse of the detox. I think I drink maybe the Parasite Candida cleanse like halfway before I go to the gym. Then I
Okay.
work out. Then I come home and I take a protein shake. Then I finish the rest of it because I want to get the protein and amino acids in my body before I finish that. Is that a bad
Okay.
thing or good?
No, it's nothing wrong with that. I will
Okay.
say just make sure that let the protein shake finish in your digestion before you start to finish off the parasite.
Okay, I probably do because I'm not, I work at home, so I'm drinking the protein. Then I might take a few calls, do some things at work. Then I go back to my drink. Then I finish
Okay,
that
yeah,
up.
that's fine.
Yeah. Then I drink
Yeah,
another
that's
glass of
fine.
water. Then I go to
Yeah,
the
so
other toilet.
that's more than fine, bro.
Okay. I thought I was set tripping for a second. I'm like, damn, I'm not doing this right.
No, you good.
Uh, okay, I got my boy Keith. He taking notes. He said bananas, avocados, berries. I guess he added that to the smoothies. Hemp seed. I gotta start getting more hemp seed. I had hemp seed, and I just stopped taking. I don't know. I let it run out.
Okay.
Yeah, I just let it run out. But Tia also said here. Hold on, let me pull this back up. Damn, hold on, wait. Okay. Do you recommend any vegan-based protein powders?
Not really. Like I said, I use hemp, and then I make sure I get everything else from my diet.
Yeah.
Uh, that's the primary thing, and then making sure like protein isn't all you need. Also, after a workout, healthy fats are important too.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so my man just said avocados. That's a healthy fat. Nuts and seeds in any fashion are healthy
Yeah.
fats as well. So, but those blended protein powders that have all kind of stuff in them, you need to be very careful of those because a lot of those are just extracted proteins. They're not like from whole sources. And
Mm.
so what I try to do is make sure I get my nutrients from whole sources. So if I'm gonna get amino acids, hemp isn't just good for protein, it's good for so many other things too. It's high in fiber, it's high in so many other things. So
Yeah.
I want to get the whole package. I don't want to just get a piece of the package.
Right. I got another one here. Oh, jeez. All right, here we go. This is a long one. Okay. Thanks for this, Kings. Really quick, in the book talks about warfarin. My grandmother has been put on the medication and told to be careful with veggies, vitamin K. I definitely want her off of this.
Yeah, so there's a medication called warfarin or Coumadin, which is a blood thinner. And typically they give this to patients when they have clots, okay? Especially when patients have like a previous stroke or high blood pressure, things of that nature, or not good blood flow in their lower limbs, etc. They're prone to clots, and so they'll put them on this medication. But one of the side effects of the medication is that if you eat a lot of green leafy vegetables, it may cause the patient's blood to get too thin, which means that they'll bleed out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the important thing that I always tell people is that you have to tell patients that because it will definitely do that. But the other thing that's really important is that the reason why is because green leafy vegetables naturally make your blood thin like it's supposed to be in the first place. And so what happens is people go on these medications, which are really dangerous because warfarin at one point was used for like rat poisoning.
Mm.
Okay. Because but the devil is in the dose, right? It's how much you give them,
Yeah.
right? So like you give them a massive amount, it'll cause the rat to bleed out of his ears and everywhere else. You give a small amount, it just keeps the blood thin. Okay. And so that's why there's so much concern when people are on these medications because, you know, you'll sometimes even see people on these medications but still have a stroke. Okay.
Yeah.
And so that's what she's talking about in the reference to my book, because I talk about that in the book. But what's important is a lot of people don't want to change their lifestyle until they get the diagnosis. And
Facts. Yep.
so, what happens is you get on the medication and the side effect is you can't eat a lot of green leafy vegetables, but you can't eat a lot of green leafy vegetables because you didn't eat a lot of green leafy vegetables in the first place. So what you have to do in that case is work with the physician to say, hey, my grandmother wants to eat a healthier diet. So we really would like to know what we could do to get on Coumadin monitoring, because there's a a pharmacist at a hospital or a doctor at a hospital who can monitor their Coumadin levels. And then what will happen is, as she increases her green leafy vegetables, they can put her on a sliding dose where they can change the dose so that, again, the devil is in the dose. They can change the dose to make it lighter. So as you increase the green leafy vegetables, you get a lighter dose of the warfarin. And then as that sort of gets to a point where you don't need it, because there's clotting factors that they look at, then at some point, if she remains consistent, they feel comfortable, they can take her off of the medication. But again, you have to recognize, and this is the point that I always recognize, and a lot of patients don't, is that it is very, very, very irresponsible as a healthcare professional for me to take you off something because you said you were going to eat healthy. Because most people do not. That's just the truth. And so it's irresponsible. They're not just going to take you off of it, but what they can do is work with you with a drug like that.
I had another question I kind of overlooked because something else came in, because I think I overlooked it because of the vegan bachelors group. How often would one be pooping during a detox?
It varies, different people. So I've had people, they say I have 3 bowel movements in a day, and I have people who said they have 5 or 6. Now, what I'll say to you is, and maybe you can vouch for this. When you're having a bowel movement, it's more of an urgency than an emergency. You don't feel like, oh my God. It's more of like, oh, I got to go to the bathroom, and you need to go, within like minutes.
Which I like about that.
It's not like an oh my God situation.
But I would say this: it's an oh my God situation for me to pee.
Yes.
Yeah. So I pee like when I first start, I pee a lot, and I guess the water weight and everything is flushing out. But then after that, when I have to go do number 2, it's not that bad. I'm like, all right, I could get home. I could sit in the lane of traffic and make sure I'm good, and after that, I can take care of it. It's not like I'm holding my butt running in the house.
Right.
Like
I think a lot of people think they're gonna be holding their butt and they need a Depends.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like when I first moved to Atlanta and I asked you about it, you was like, I told you I used to travel. I don't know if you remember this, and I traveled a lot. I used to travel every week, and I was scared to do it because I was not trying to get in those little Delta bathrooms, and you know what I'm saying. So I was like, I was scared to do it, but I'm kind of glad that life came and I guess COVID came and kind of slowed down the world for me to try it. So when I tried it, I was like, oh man, I gotta keep doing this. I have another question before I get to the other questions. I try to do this 4 times a year. Is that too much? 'Cause I try to do it each season.
Yeah, I would say per season. So I do it around about 3 times a year. I do a 30-day detox every 3 times a year. So that's the consistency I do it. And the reason why is because like I do a lot of water fasting as well. And so I incorporate that into my cleansing and my health regimen as well. So I do it 3 times a year.
Okay, I got another question here
You
too.
should do it like oil change.
That's how I look at it. Yeah, that's how I look at it.
Yeah, like we got all these processes for our cars. We detail our cars. We take it in for tune-ups, maintenance, change the tires, change the brakes, oil change. We got nothing like that for our bodies.
Nothing.
And so that's why our bodies break down the way they do.
Yeah, because you don't take care of your car. And I'm the one to talk. I ain't driven my car in a long time. But if you take care of your car take care of you.
Right.
Another question here. There we go. Do you recommend keto? Kind of thinking there's a vegan version of keto, right? So
it is a vegan version of keto, but my take is like keto is a diet.
Yeah.
That's not something you should ever be doing long term. That's what makes it a diet. Because what you're doing is there's a healthy part to it in that you're lowering the amount of refined and processed carbs. Okay? That's a healthy part to it. The part that's confusing to me is increasing so much the amount of fat that you're taking into your body. Okay? And I had this one guy who was part of my membership program. Yeah, and I'm using his words. Before he heard about me, he was the keto master, using his words. And he said he loved keto because it helped him lose a lot of weight. It does. Very true. He was like, but the only issue was he went keto so that he can get rid of his diabetes and his high cholesterol. But the keto actually made the cholesterol go up, which it does. And it also worsened his diabetes. Okay.
Damn.
It got better and then it got worse. And
Damn.
that happened because it's a diet. It's not something you should be doing long term. The whole idea around keto is to put the body in ketosis, where when you're in ketosis state, you'll burn more fat, okay, because you'll be using ketones. That's something that is not normal. We're not supposed to be in ketosis for, the rest of our lives. And so
Yeah.
when people ask me if they like that, do I like the idea of ketosis? I don't like it because people think it's a lifestyle and it's not. It's a diet that people use in the short term in the past to actually lose some weight. But in terms of like the health benefits, for a long time they were touting that it was heart healthy. But when they did a meta analysis on the studies, meaning like they took all of these 100 different studies and then they compared all the results, what they discovered was keto was not helping with health issues. It was actually causing heart issues in the
Wow.
long run. So I think that's really important sort of perspective on keto. I know that when you go online, especially the doctors who are not plant-based, almost all of them who push a healthy lifestyle are pushing keto. And I'll tell you, and like this is going to be a little bit biased, but it's only my opinion. What I've discovered is that doctors who promote a lifestyle along with their practice before keto it was Atkins. And most people don't know that Atkins died of a heart attack.
Yeah, he died of Atkins.
Yeah, he died of a heart attack. Okay. Yeah. And the same thing with this keto diet, so like it's really important to understand, like, if you want a diet that helps you live longer and live a higher quality of life, there's only really one, in my opinion, out there, and that's to eat primarily plants.
Got another question for you over here. Is Dr. Bobby Price writing another book? Last book was very informative. Which it was?
Yes. Yeah. So I have a cookbook that'll be coming out in the next month or two, but it's really a book, to be honest with you, because it started off with just recipes and remedies, and I just kept writing, and so it's actually pretty good. I'm excited about that. I have another book where it's really a self-help book that'll be coming out during the summer. I'm excited about that. And then I have a third book toward the end of the year that'll be coming out.
All right, that's what's up. I bought 2 of your last books. I bought a digital copy because I was always reading on my iPad. Then after that, I bought a physical copy because I let people borrow it, and I don't know where the physical copy's at. So
I appreciate the support, bro.
No problem, man. All right, so I got another question here. It says, for your detox, I see that you recommend eating raw plant-based food. Does that mean absolutely no cooked foods at all, and why?
So that's suggested for the best results. Okay, but you can eat cooked foods and still get really, really great results. I'm sure you ate cooked foods, right?
Yeah, I did. Yep.
Yeah, so like, no, when a lot of times what people will ask is, what do I need to do to get the absolute best results? Then I'll say, all right, well, you should eat raw and detox. And so that's only if you want the absolute best results, you go raw, but you can eat cooked foods and you're still going to get a tremendous amount of benefit.
Yeah, I agree. I get a lot of benefits from it. Someone said 3 times a day. Or somebody said his heart was acting up, talking about Atkins. I see that in the comments. That's messed up. But it was another thing I want to talk. Okay, so like, have you like the stories you heard from people doing detoxing, like with women? Because I heard different things from women saying like how when they detox, their menstrual cycles are shorter. Have you heard that
Yes.
or no? Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, the unusual thing, like at this point, I've had thousands of people do my detox, but I don't get to hear from thousands of
Oh, sorry,
people.
I got
Like,
a super chat that it
K
reads it
Alexis
out.
donated $9.99 through Super Chat. This is my first time on your cleanse and we're on day 8. Outside of the urges to use the restroom, the taste of the tea is so strong. Anything other than oranges to help?
You heard it?
okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, because the taste is crazy. That's one thing that
Yeah.
everybody always talk about. And I'm sorry to cut you off on that last one. That's something that just happens when I get
Okay.
a
Cool, cool, cool.
donation.
Yeah. So what I will tell you, K Alexis, is that, you know, and this is a little tough love. So imagine me giving you this information with a hug around you. Okay. Um, it don't taste good, but it tastes like results. That's what I always tell people because, like, you know, I had a reel that I put out recently where I was telling people the importance of we have to drop the whole idea of something tasting good being the qualification for us consuming it. And so I was telling a person in the comments, they were like, well, I couldn't eat that if it doesn't taste good. I was like, I eat a lot of things that don't taste good. And
Yeah.
she said, why would you do that? I was like, I want the nutrients in it. I don't care about what it tastes like. I can eat something good later.
Yeah.
And so I'm saying that to say, like, this detox isn't for, you know, it to taste good. But the orange slices is your best bet. Sucking on orange slices afterwards. And the other thing that I'll say is I didn't see what day you're on the detox, but by like day 4 or 5, it won't ever taste good.
Yeah.
But by day 4 or 5, like your taste buds adjust and it's like, oh, okay, it's manageable, it's cool now.
She
But
said
it
day
does take
8.
like 4 or 5 days.
She said she's on day 8.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I think you're looking for it to taste better, and it's never gonna taste better. Like,
Yeah. I mean, I've
I'm
done it a
just
few
keeping
times.
it
It's still
real with
nasty for me.
you. Yeah,
It's still
so
pretty
like,
nasty.
and see, for me, it doesn't taste nasty because I drink a lot of herbal teas, different type of
Mm-hmm.
herbal teas, burdock root, dandelion, shower sop leaf, and I don't
Mm-hmm.
put sugar in my tea. And so, you know, I learned that when I was living in Japan. I went to speak to a group of students, and one of the students in Japanese, I told them they could ask me anything. And one of the students gets up and says, I heard in America they put sugar in tea. And I'm like sitting there waiting for the question. And he goes, is that true? I'm like, yeah, like they put sugar in tea. And he was like, the whole class was like, what? And it made me realize how crazy it is here in America. We put sugar on everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
Be
sugar
addicted.
on and in everything. And so, you know, K Alexis, what I will tell you, no, like there's nothing else really you could do. Um, you know, but if this is your first detox, like it does get better down the line. It won't ever taste good, but it does get better, more
Yeah.
manageable. I'll say
I
that.
like this comment right here. Alcohol doesn't taste good, but you become accustomed to the desire of the outcome.
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
Word. Like you know, I don't drink anymore, but like I don't remember alcohol that tastes good. Like, but people drink alcohol, you
I mean,
know, and
I drink alcohol that's tolerable and smooth, but does it taste good? No, it don't.
yeah.
It don't taste
So
good. No.
it's like my man said, and that's a perfect example. You're drinking for the desired outcome.
Yeah.
And this desired outcome isn't to be tipsy, it's actually to reclaim your health and to keep your health,
Yeah.
you know. So the outcome is much larger in this case.
Yeah. I mean, that taste is bad though, but I'd rather have the outcome. You know what I'm saying? I know what it is at the end of the goal when I
Right.
do it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
you know, it is what it is. I get used to it. When I first started it, I was like chugging it, and I saw the new notes. You said don't do that because I
Yeah.
just try to get it over with, and I'll drink it quick as hell. But
Right.
yeah, I just try to get it over with because I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Oh, so I just want to ask you about the I guess the menstrual cycles. Have you heard about that? before the super chat
Yeah,
came in?
so like I was saying before, I get to see results in my 30-day group detox, which I have coming up next month. And so that's where I get, coming in there 2, 3 times a week, coaching people. I'm hearing people comment and seeing them comment inside of the group. And that's one of the things that I see on a consistent basis is that, I keep the group open for about a month, and they'll notice that during the detox or after the detox, they'll say, I did this detox and my period used to be 8 days and now it's only 3 or 4. And not
Yeah, I
only
heard
is
that
it
a
three
lot.
or four, it's lighter, so that's one of the huge benefits of doing the detox. And women have to remember that your cycle is essentially a cleansing and a detoxification of the womb.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's cleansing the womb out so a seed can be replanted in the future. And so, if you have a heavy cycle and a long cycle, it's saying that you really need to cleanse your womb. And so
Yeah.
as you go through detox, that's why the days become less and the flow becomes lighter. Is
Mm-hmm.
because now you've actually gone through
Tia
and did
donated
the detox.
$5 through Super
Oh, my
Chat.
bad. I don't know if you hear this.
Broken traditions, keep up the great work. Dr. Bobby Price cleanse changed my life.
So that was for
Good
the super
stuff.
chat. So the detox and cleanse change. You're a life changer, man. How you feel about that?
Thank you, Tia. That means the world to me. I really appreciate it.
And one thing I'm starting to notice with this detox I'm doing this time, people don't really translate the stomach to go with the brain and how much that kind of correlate with each other. And I'm like,
Yes.
I feel myself thinking clearer now. I'm saying, like, I'm more focused at work. Yeah, even though,
Mood is
yeah,
different.
every mood is better. My emotions is better. Like, I'm not attached to too much stuff. I'm not like, I don't know. I just feel a lot better mentally now that I'm doing it because, like, I know that I'm cleaning this out and I'm cleaning this out at the same time because to me, they both kind of coincide with each other.
And yeah.
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 That's
And
like, to me, that's one of
that's
the best
really
things.
cool. That's really cool because actually they call the gut the second brain because it
Yep.
has another nervous system called the enteric nervous system.
Yep. I got that in my notes
And
too. See?
in all actuality, that is our first brain and our first nervous system. When you look at
Hmm.
how the fetus develops, that's our first brain and first nervous system. And so a lot of times, and they've done the studies now to prove, a lot of times we think that a lot of our communication is coming from the brain out to the body. In many cases, it's actually coming from the gut to the brain, then out to the body. And so
It,
that's why when you do the detox, you not only feel more mental clarity, you not only feel sort of a better mood, but you literally feel lighter, not in the sense of physical lightness, but a sense of a spiritual lightness as well.
that was a question too. I was about to say. Damn. Okay, so like when you do the parasite and candida cleanse, right, and it comes out your system, everything is flushing out. Um, to me, maybe it might be a stretch, but let me know if it's a stretch or not. The parasites, it's like sending signals to your brain that you want Doritos, that you want Oreos, and it's like it's
Yes.
telling you want that, even though your body don't need that, but the parasites inside you need that more than your mind. It's like, I, is that a stretch that the parasites are sending signals
No,
to your
no, no,
brain to
no.
get food that you want?
Actually, it's not only parasites, but it's yeast too. Both
Mm,
parasites and yeast love sugar.
yeah.
Okay. They feed off of sugar. That's what makes them grow. Okay. So that's why a lot of times, especially if you're one of those kind of people who get cravings late at night, that is yeast. Yeast wakes up in the late night hours or just during the night. And so that's where those cravings are coming from during the night. They're coming from the yeast, they're coming from the parasites. And the unfortunate thing is both yeast and especially parasites, they eat up a lot of your minerals. So that's why a lot of people have mineral deficiencies like iron deficiencies
Hmm.
because they're consuming all of your good minerals. Okay. And so we've seen a lot of people when they remove certain parasites from their body, all of a sudden their whole body slims out. And it's slimming out because the body has been consuming all of these things that it really didn't need in the first place.
Yeah.
because the parasites and the yeast has hijacked their taste buds.
A quick question right here. Um, how do you think birth control affects the cleanse?
Well, birth control has an effect on the gut first. So I want you to do your research, and you'll find out is birth control actually kills the good bacteria in your gut. Okay? And if you look up all the benefits of good bacteria in your gut, one of the things you'll see is that almost 70% of your immune system is made and manufactured by your good bacteria. Okay? And so when you don't have that good bacteria there, it's not there to fight off the bad bacteria and funguses like yeast. This is why when women take an antibiotic, they end up with a yeast infection because the antibiotic kills the good and the bad bacteria in the body. Okay, so it's just in terms of like how the birth control will affect the detox. Well, the primary focus of the detox is to cleanse the body, but it's also there to make sure you're able to nourish the body too. That's why you're eating plant-based. And one of the ways you can feed the good bacteria in your gut is by eating plant-based foods because they have fiber in them. So, that's the unfortunate thing about taking, birth control or what have you.
Yeah. Damn. Didn't know that. Well, I would never thought to think of that because I'm not on birth control. I know they got birth control for men now, but I'm good on that. What else we had? Like, okay, like the cost of detox contrasts to like the cost of health because people, well, like you said, people spend money on clothes and cars and whatever, but then when they hear about your detox, they be like, "Oh, damn, I ain't got no money for that." Like,
Yeah.
what do you say to people about that? Because I tell people to get it. They see prices, they be like, "Nah, I don't know about that," and I'm like, "Your belt is $400 though. Like, you got something $400 holding your pants up, but you
No,
don't want to."
I'm gonna take it even something simpler because it's better to look at it this way. I tell people like, what'd you pay for your tires on your car?
Yeah,
Like, what did you pay for your brakes on your car? Like, what did you pay, to have, Freon put in your car so your air conditioning could work? What did you pay for the last tune-up? Like, what people don't look at and think about is how they're looking at their health. They want to go cheap on their health, which is their most valuable asset, and go luxury on all the things that won't matter when you lose your health.
yeah,
And the other thing that's really, really important for people to understand, herbs are not cheap. I promise you, they're not cheap. Like one of my herbs in my Tommy Detox, slippery elm, for 1 pound of it, it costs $63.
damn,
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, trust me when I tell you, like, you're not getting something that's cheap.
yeah,
Like, you're getting something like I could have put a lot of cheap herbs in there, but like I can't do that in good conscience. And just like the young lady Tia said, like, like this is something like, and I'm not saying this because it's my product. I'm saying this because it is the truth. This is something that could change your life.
yeah,
And you're talking to me about like $100 being a problem.
yeah,
Like if I were to say like you can make $1,000 if you put up $100, everybody putting up the $100, right?
yeah,
But if I tell people I can change your health for $100, people like they're not willing to do that because they're still making their health an option and not a priority.
and I think too, people not doing it because it also requires work. Like we do live in that
Yeah.
microwave society where people just want to pop a pill and hopefully get the
Yep.
results instead of making the herbs and boiling the water and drinking each tea and each herbal blend. And next thing you know, you got to go through it. It tastes nasty, and people just want that quick satisfaction.
Right. Like fast food. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's why
Yeah,
it's fast food. It takes 10 minutes to cook. Like literally, you can order your food at the window and they can literally make it by the time you get to the next window because it's called fast food.
That's crazy.
But if you
I
eat
haven't looked at it
something
like that.
healthy, like there's a place here in Atlanta called Loving It Live.
Oh yes, that's around the corner for me.
Guaranteed, you go there, it's gonna take at least 30 to 45 minutes to make your
Yep.
food.
Yeah.
Now
But it's worth it.
I'm saying that because that's called slow food. It's slow because it's real. Fast food takes seconds to cook because it's not real.
Yeah.
And so
And Loving It
people
Live
just
is
gotta
like mostly
really
raw, and it still take 30 to 40 minutes.
still take 30 to 40 minutes. So like that's what I'm trying to tell people. Like the perspective, the things that we've been taught about our health, like we've been duped.
Yeah.
And so our perceptions of investing in our health, we think that's going to get a prescription. We think that's going to get some OTC drug. You know, we think that's getting lettuce and tomato on our hamburger. Like
Yeah.
those perceptions are out the window. Like that's going to kill you. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
And so you really have to change your mindset around your health and stop making it an option. Because what's going to happen is once your doctor says you have stage 3 kidney disease, like I can't guarantee you that this is going to be able to help you at that point.
Yeah.
You know, so now you at a point where now you had all this time to make your health a priority. Now you don't have a choice. You got to make your health a priority because otherwise, like you're going to end up on dialysis, and that is a road that nobody wants to go down.
Nah, not at all.
And there's more dialysis clinics and the McDonald's in our neighborhoods now. And so people just really got to change their mindset around what they're investing into because like people don't want to spend the money on good food. They don't want to spend money on cleansing their body.
Nope.
They don't want to spend the money on natural products. But they're willing to spend the money on all these things that won't matter when you don't have your health. So that's sort of what I kind of say to them. And, you know, like, I just realized people got to make their own choices.
Yeah. I got another question here. I'm excited to commit to the 30-day detox, but realistically, I would likely go back to fish, fowl, and veggies. Dr. Price, am I doing any good by detox if I'm going back, putting that back in my system?
Well, what I would say is, again, like, change your mindset. Don't think about what's happening after the detox. Just focus on getting your healthiest because the vast majority of people who have done my detox, they did it thinking just like you were. I'm gonna do this detox like an oil change, and when I'm done, I'm gonna celebrate with snapper fish.
Yeah.
And then what happens is you accumulate so much health during that time, and you get so addicted to feeling good because that's why I've been plant-based for over a decade. Is because I never felt this good when I first went plant-based. I never felt that good before.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking to myself, like, damn, if I'd have felt this good when I was playing ball in college, like, who knows what?
You play Pat Beverly.
And so, like, what I would say is, don't focus on this whole like what's gonna happen afterwards. Focus on I'm gonna dedicate myself to my health for these next 30 days, and then I'm gonna let my spirit lead me to what I should do next.
Yeah. I got right here. I've been plant-based for the last 1.5 years after trying to cleanse. So yeah, so Tia said, after she tried it, she was good.
And I bet she had absolutely no intentions on, all right, once I finish the detox, she didn't say I'm going plant-based or I'm doing this to go plant-based.
Yeah.
But again, like once you experience a certain level of health, you know how sick you've been.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know the sleep you've been missing, the energy you never had, the mental clarity you never experienced, you know, the lightness you never felt. Like, you reason with that, and then you make decisions based on that. I want to keep this.
Yeah. All right. We got another comment. Is there a mainstream health product that is very popular that we should stay away from?
Man, there's so many. Yeah, there's so many. Like, the best thing I could tell you is to start to read the label, not on the front of the packaging, but on the back. the front is the hype. Like, don't believe the hype. It's gonna
Public
say
Enemy. Yeah.
natural, all this stuff that really means nothing. But when you go to the back and start looking at those ingredients, and most of them sound like chemistry, that tells you what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's supposed to be spaghetti sauce and the first ingredients isn't tomatoes, that tells you a lot.
Yeah, facts.
That's supposed to be the basis of what spaghetti sauce is.
Yeah.
And if that isn't the first ingredient, that's an issue. And so, like, that's what I always tell people is just start to really read labels, and that will make the decision for you. Like, ideally, I never try to buy anything that's a food product, meaning it has a label on it. I try not to buy anything that has more than 5 ingredients.
Mm. Hey, well, you
And
shopping
because
at?
I'm
You
a
shopping at?
chemist, I'm not going to buy anything that has chemistry in it. I
Yeah.
try to definitely stay away from those things.
Well, you shopping at? What is it? Damn, 7 Out. Was it 7 Out over
Yeah, I
there?
go there. I
Yeah.
mean, there's stuff at Whole Foods I can get. You
Yeah.
just have to really read labels, and you'll see that there's products that are actually worth buying, and there are some that aren't worth buying.
And what I noticed too, when I buy products that's more, well, with less ingredients and more whole foods, I don't have to eat as much to get full.
Yep.
So it's like, oh, okay, this one plate is good, and I could just save the rest for later. I started noticing that too.
Yeah, real recognize real. You put real food in your body, it's going to recognize all of that realness you put in.
I like that one. I like that. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna coin that phrase. So like some of the side effects of the detox and cleanse, like, I don't really go through the side effects like I did when I first did it. Like I was cramping, I was tired, like nauseous. I like take a quick nap when I first started, like the first 4 or 5 days. Like what other side effects do people expect?
Well, those are pretty much the basic side effects that people go through.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people could get a little bit of, lightheadedness, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because you got to remember you're detoxifying.
Yeah.
So you're pulling things out of your body that have been there for decades. It could be a ton of caffeine. In the same way, if you were deciding to drink coffee or stop smoking cigarettes, you go through withdrawal symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
When you're going through this type of detox and you're pulling toxins out of the tissues, you can go through those same withdrawal symptoms as well. And so, again, lightheadedness, a little bit of stomach cramping. Make sure you drink a sufficient amount of water.
Yeah.
Because that's primarily how toxins get out of the body,
Mm-hmm.
And trying to think of if there's any others. No, sometimes people have like itchy skin because, again, the skin
I
is the
heard that
largest.
before. One of my friends said that. He said his skin was
Yeah,
itching. I guess it was coming out his pores. He said like
yeah. The
rashes and
skin
stuff.
is the
Yeah.
largest organ in the body, and it's the largest elimination organ in the body. So if the body is like, this is more fit to go out through the skin, then it will.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, those are the primary things that I see for the most part with most people, and everybody doesn't experience those, but that's primarily what I see.
Yeah.
Dull headache, I've seen that one too.
Yeah, I had headaches one time too.
Yeah,
But
but it passed.
yeah, it does pass, and I don't know the energy level. Like I be walking everywhere now. Like I barely drive my car. Like I got my motor car right here. I be taking the train now. Like I'm good. Like I'm saying, like my energy is crazy because I'm not trying to do what I was doing before. I want to experience it, and I want to stay where I'm at now. That's my problem. Like every time I do it, I do kind of backslide of like, okay, like I said, back at slutty vegan. You know what I'm saying? I'm back over here or back eating this food because it's so easy to eat the food. What is it? The standard American diet. So it's so easy to eat that, and it's like in your mind, you always trigger to eat it, or like eating breakfast, which you don't need to, but it's like a routine that you're so used to doing. And now I feel like I just want to stay away. That's my goal this time, to stay away from that. And the whole time
let me say something real quick.
Okay.
Like Because Slutty Vegan is like a icon here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I don't eat Impossible Burger, but I love like Pinky, like the owner
Yeah.
of Slutty Vegan. Like I love what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think she is amazing.
Yeah.
And so what I'm not telling people is to not go support a black business like hers, but what I'm telling people is the importance of eating whole foods. Like that is really, really important. And a lot of us get away from that because again, the vegan industry is now creating all of these food-like products that are just like the old products.
That's
They
just,
just don't got
that's,
animal products in them.
yeah. And
And
it's just as
so,
bad.
yeah. So
And it's
like
funny you
that's
said that
my
too, because Tia just said that in the comments. She said some vegan food just as bad as non-vegan food.
the
Right
truth.
on cue.
True. So
Yeah.
like that's why I'm saying like keep it real. Like,
Yeah.
when you making choices at the supermarket, making choices at the restaurant, as much as possible, keep it real. And
Yeah.
I'm sure if you go to Slutty Vegan, there's something on the menu that's real that you can eat there too.
Yeah. And I'm
So
not saying that to keep bashing Slutty Vegan. It's just that the last time I stopped my detox, I was like one of the first, I guess, like mock foods that I ate was Slutty Vegan.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
that's why I keep saying that since it's triggering my head. But it could be some. It could be like what the Killer Burgers, whatever that. It could be that. So it won't have to be a black business. My bad. So
okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that.
yeah, it could be another brand. But yeah, I don't know. I just want to stay away from the mock foods. There's too many ingredients in there, and
Yeah,
it's too much ingredients, too much salt, too much of everything. And
yeah,
I just want to stay away from me personally.
100%.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. This time I'm doing the 14 day. I usually do the 28 day. This time I'm doing the 14 day.
Okay, got you,
I cut
got
it
you. Take
back.
a little light this time.
Yeah, I mean, like the last time I did the 28 day, I think like by day 16, I wasn't really going to the bathroom as much. So like, let me see how the 14 day worked for me, because I'm just used to just keep going to the bathroom. So
Yeah,
let's see. I did a little poll. Let's see how the poll turned out. I asked people, did they try it yet? We got 58% of the people said they tried, and 42% of the people said they no. So that means they need to click the link and buy it and try it out. Especially, summer's coming up. So, say you want to try to lose some of your gut, I
yeah.
say try
This is
that. Yeah.
definitely part of my summertime plan.
Yeah. That's why I'm doing it now, because my birthday's next month. So I was like, let me get this,
Got you.
let it get going. And after that, what I'm saying, you don't see me on Peachtree with no shirt on. All right, got it. Is this a question or is it a comment? Okay, Dr. Bobby Price, I understand. Used to work in the food industry. When I see natural flavors on a label, what is that exactly?
When you see natural flavors on the label, you really can surmise that to say that is chemical flavors. One of the things that I learned, because I was a chemistry major in undergrad, we use gas chromatography to actually create flavor profiles. So we could actually see inflections of, like, I could put a blueberry inside of the machine, and then it will show us inflections that we can match up to the taste buds that would mimic that. So I can create a synthetic version of a blueberry and synthetically match that up to the blueberry that is actual natural. So a lot
That's
of times
crazy.
when you're seeing these natural flavors, a lot of times that's what you're actually seeing. You're seeing chemistry, because if it was blueberries, it would just say blueberry.
Yeah.
Like no company is gonna skip out on actually putting something real in there if they got something real in there.
Yeah, that's a big fact.
You see what I'm saying? Like nobody's gonna do that. If something is organic, no company is not gonna put this is organic on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so when you see something that sounds ambiguous, like natural or natural flavors, these are things that are giving you really a sort of an indication that it is not anything natural at all. It's really like chemistry. And so a lot of people, like even like down to like Pop Tarts. One of the commercials I remember when I was in Japan, it was like a show or something, where they would have like locals try out American food.
Oh
And
God,
one
I
of
can
the
imagine.
foods they were trying out was Pop-Tarts. And I was like thinking, oh, she's gonna love this. I remember eating those when I was little.
Yeah.
And she took a bite of it and she was like, it tastes like cardboard. And then you know what's funny is like I can't imagine how it tastes now because my taste buds are different,
Yeah.
you know. So but yeah, when you see stuff like natural flavors, best believe it's not natural flavors because if it was natural, they would just say what it is.
They take the flavor out. I said,
No, they wouldn't do it.
coconut amino acids, soy sauce, okay for a source of amino acids.
Well, coconut aminos is actually from coconuts. So what they're doing is they're getting the aminos from either the coconut or the soybean. So I recommend getting your aminos or what have you from the coconut. So coconut aminos is fine.
All right. Tia said, well, she said one thing, she took it back, and she said something else. She said, my tummy is flat now due to the cleanse. Hello, hot girl summer.
I love it. Yeah, it definitely flattens out your stomach.
It
Takes
does. It
like
does. Yeah.
I've seen people it took like 4 or 5 inches off of their waistline.
Yeah. So there's no possible way that natural flavors could be organic.
Well,
It's natural
the thing
flavors.
that I'm
Yeah.
trying to tell you is you got to
Yeah.
listen to it. It behooves a company to put if something's natural, it behooves them to put it in the ingredients.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a better marketed product. You know what I'm saying? And if
Hmm.
something is organic, it behooves them to say that even in the ingredients, not just on the front, that this is organic blueberries.
Yeah.
And so if they skip out on it, trust, like, and I want you to do the research yourself. What what is what is natural flavors really? Just do a quick Google search. And you will see that it is not natural flavor, it is chemicals. You know, like, and people are, and sometimes it's even bacteria, you know, that they
Damn.
grow in a petri dish. And so it's just really important for like for people to understand that a lot of the language that the food industry uses, A, is not regulated. So a lot of the claims that they make on food is not regulated, you
Which is
know.
scary.
And the second thing that's really important is there's a lot of, best way to put it, there's a lot of sort of scamming going on when they're using certain words. There's over 70 different types of sugar that they use in products today. 70 different
70?
names.
That's crazy.
70
I
different
know
names.
what's the one like?
Because in
What's the
my
one that
book,
start with an
I
S?
list like
Yeah.
54.
Yeah.
You know, and so a lot of times when people see something like maltodextrose, like they don't think that's sugar. They're looking for
Yeah.
cane sugar. They're looking for beet sugar. They're looking for things like that. But
Hmm.
they don't know these other names of sugar. But what other people also don't know is they intentionally will use 5 or 6 different sugar names because guess what? If you use just one sugar, what you'll then see is there's so much sugar in there, it will be the first sort of ingredient
Mm.
on the label because that has to be what the product is mostly made of. Whereas if you break it down into 6 different sugars, now that's not the most anymore. It's not
Mm.
going to be the first ingredient. So you're thinking like this doesn't have a lot of sugar in it.
I got another question right here. Said at Laron and Dr. Price, what food is your guilty pleasure? Chips, ice cream, soda? Mine is chips. I ain't gonna lie.
Guilty pleasure. I
You
guess I
gotta think
like
about it.
crunchy stuff. So I have like some fried stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's it.
Okay. Can can Dr. Price detox help with major depression and major anxiety?
Well, what I can tell you is that there's a hormone or a neurotransmitter that is made in the gut that's called serotonin. 90% of serotonin is made in the gut. Typically, when people are depressed and they go to their doctor, they'll put them on what's called a SSRI, or a serotonin reuptake inhibitor. It's trying to increase the amount of serotonin in the body, and that's what's supposed to make you happier. And that's because serotonin makes you happier.
Mm-hmm.
So part of what the detox does is cleanses out your gut so that your good bacteria can actually manufacture more of this happy molecule called serotonin. Okay. That drug that they make, that SSRI, is Zoloft is one of them. Okay. That's probably one of the top selling antidepressant drugs out there. But what they're trying to do is increase the amount of serotonin in the body, which makes you a happier person, because when it's lower, then you're not going to be as happy. So a lot of your mood is determined by your food. And so, yeah, it's definitely possible that cleansing out your gut and getting rid of a lot of that bad bacteria, which is going to help you reestablish some of that good bacteria, could definitely help, because it could actually help in creating more serotonin in the gut and in the body as a result. Which is why a lot of people, like you were just explaining, like I feel lighter, I feel more clarity, I feel my mood is better. Like that's
I
part
recommend it. Like, I don't know, just to feel this way and not tell people about it. That's why I always try to tell people, like, you got to do it. Like, it got to be done.
Yeah.
All right, here's another question. I always say Bobby Part. All right, Dr. Price, what does your holiday eating look like for you? Is your family / friends supportive? Do they accommodate your eating differences?
Nope, they don't accommodate. So I've always like made it. I said to myself, if I want to be healthy, I have to be accountable. I have to take ownership. So I just always bring my own food.
Yeah.
So I either make it, or if I find a restaurant that is catering something that I could eat, I have them cater that part.
Mm-hmm.
So it's usually a combination of those two things. And then my family ends up eating part of that anyway, because they want to try it.
Yeah.
So I just make it part of the family gathering. Like, look, anybody who's trying to go healthy or try something different, I brought enough for everybody. So that's usually what my holidays look like. No, they're not. The stuff that they bring, it'll be like that tray that you get from the grocery store with carrots and broccoli and celery with some ranch in the middle.
Yeah. Most of they can't make you a dish that's rude. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Me personally, I'll just eat before I go somewhere, because I know what the time it is. I know what's going to be. I'm just eat before I go anywhere and just get it out the way. And I could just be there in spirit, and I could be there physically, but I'm not going to be, saying eating around your meat and, picking the meat out or the greens made with pork. I'm like, nah, I'm good on that. I don't need that in my life.
Nah, that's why I bring my own gig, man.
Yeah. I know what time it is. All right, man. I got you here for over an hour, man. Jeez Louise, y'all. Hold on, I got one more question, because, hour, it's a long time, man. It's late, too. It's 10 o'clock. All right, we got two more questions. That'll be it. All right. It's great that you take ownership. I haven't told anyone in my family. I need to work on that. That's messed up, man. You talking like, you coming out the closet like your sexuality. You just talking about this.
Well, I understand, though. I understand, like, people chastise you about your eating habits, man.
That's true.
I went through talk you out of your healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
So I understand where she's coming from, but so, but just stand strong, man, in your beliefs, and be prepared to be an example for those who are ready to make the journey at some point down the line. That's how
I'll tell you how it goes. First, it goes, you're not serious. You can't be doing this. Then you do it for a little bit. They be like, oh, you still doing that? Then after that, you don't miss it. Then after that, how can you help me change? That's how it always goes. That's how it always goes. It's going to be the last one right here. It said, can you talk about aspartame and zero sugar drinks?
Yeah,
don't drink
aspartame is a neurotoxin. It is basically a synthetic sugar that they put in zero sugar drinks like Coke Zero and Pepsi Zero, etc., where it supposedly has no calories, But the unfortunate thing is that type of sugar, which is a synthetic sugar, is a neurotoxin. It's literally toxic to the neurons in your brain and your spinal cord. The other unfortunate thing is it creates this negative food feedback loop that you think because you're not eating calories that this is a good thing, but it actually triggers the brain to become even hungrier. So what people tend to see is that when you drink these Coke Zero, it actually makes you eat more. So people end up gaining weight in the process.
Like sugar-free gum.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I stopped chewing gum.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't found no real natural gum, but yeah, sugar-free gum is like that, definitely.
Yeah.
He said these are all low-level drugs, scamming everyone. They all like low-level drugs. They definitely low-level drugs.
Yeah, man. So that's why you gotta stay woke and
Yeah.
look at that label, man. Because if you don't look at that back label, pay attention to that front where it says Coke Zero, no calories,
Natural
no
flavors.
sugar. That sounds great.
Yeah.
But when you go to the back and you're like, well, what the hell is aspartame? And you look it up and you look up the dangers of aspartame, then you find out very quickly you've been had.
I think it's what is it attached to? Like a disease? Is it Alzheimer's?
Yeah, Alzheimer's.
Yeah, Alzheimer's. Yeah. It's I read in a book. It makes your blood sugar go up at hours after you drink it. Jesus Christ.
Indeed.
Yeah, that's insane. But I have to thank you so much. Hold on, let me put the there we go. My brother in the comments said, "What family did that to me?" I'm not gonna say no names who did this to me. You wasn't like my brother wasn't one of the people, but some of the people in the family definitely did that to me, and they still do it to me to this day. Even though I haven't eaten meat in 8 years, they still do it to me to this day. But whatever. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about that offline. But thank you for coming on, man. I appreciate it. And everybody coming in the super chats and the comments and say name names. Actually, you want me to name names? This is my cousin right here who did that to me maybe like 2 years ago when I went to Charlotte to visit him. He tried to get me to eat some ham. I was like, nah, I'm good. And he gave ham to my son. So he put go Charlotte. I said, thank you so much. No problem. Thank you so much for coming on. I got your website pinned. So if you're in the chat, go into the website. You could hit drbobbyprice.com. That's the website, right?
Yeah, drbobbyprice.com.
Okay, I figured that's the website because I did copy and paste it. I know it's like whole list. I got the bag right here because I was showing somebody on another live I was doing on Instagram. So I thought it might have been like Holistic Re-Engineering. So that's the name of the company?
That's the name of the company.
Okay. All right, Holistic Re-Engineering. All right, cool. So this episode would definitely be saved into the regular episodes. I doubt YouTube would demonetize it because they love demonetizing my stuff. I don't know what's going on YouTube. They don't want to give me no money. But thank you so much for coming on, man. I appreciate you, man. And we got to chop it up offline. I know you had some questions about like cameras and stuff like that. I can help you out with that. Definitely.
I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hit up LA Fitness and tell them they need to step their gym game up because my gym don't look like your gym, and I don't like that. I can't stand that.
All right, take care, brother. It was a good conversation.
All right, thank you, man. Have a good night.
All right, peace.
All right, bye. Oh yeah. Oh. Okay, and the music came back on. Thank you, Mo, for the super chat. I appreciate you.
Donated $4.99.
All right, such an informative episode. I'm going to stick with the cleanse. Day 8, here I come. Aw, thank you for sticking with the cleanse. Let's see what we got. What else we got? Patrice said, this is very informative. Thank you. And I said, thank you so much for this episode. I think I want to start doing more like health stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I want to do more health. I want to do more health because, it's something that need to be talked about, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Definitely something need to be talked about. And am I the healthiest person? No, I'm not. But, I love to talk about it. I know people like to come on. Like, We had a great episode with my boy Keith. I don't know if he's still in the chat or not, but Keith was in the chat and he was saying how, we had a great episode about health. Him and Sonny came on. I think it was about like 3 hours. That was too long. I gotta stop doing these long episodes too. But I definitely want to thank everybody for the comments, the likes, the shares, the super chats. Let everybody know about this. Like I said, I'm gonna just have this on my regular YouTube, so you guys can share this episode to people. Hopefully the tags work right, and this is another episode that goes, to like a couple of thousand views, 10,000 views. You know how YouTube do sometimes. But I do appreciate you guys, man. All right, man. Till next time, peace. So you had to start. Sean, where are you coming from? What is this? So you have to start on time too. I did. You missed the whole episode, Sean. But I gotta get out of here because I've definitely been drinking water and doing this cleanse, and I had to pee for like a half hour ago. But all right, man, I love you guys. All right, man. Next time, later.